they were literally on one of those roads, side roads, and this 6-foot brown Sasquatch was walking on the road, and it was almost daylight hours. It's interesting because have you checked out the time frames? I mean, the sightings were 12:30 p.m., 10:52 p.m., 10:20 a.m., 11:47 a.m., and 6 p.m. And I will tell you, not that they are totally nocturnal, but that is very aggressive for them to be going out in daylight in public areas. So I think it may be a migration pulling them down to another area, or something happened where they were in the northern portion and they're getting out of there. I don't, because you're not going to expose yourself to humans unless there is a reason behind it, in my opinion. That's a real danger spot right there.
Here's my thing with that 6-footer sighting, because I've read that, you know, one of them was close to 10 feet. There was the 6-footer sighting. Right. There was an 8-footer sighting. Okay. The way the lady who witnessed the 6-foot sighting on that little lane she was driving on. Okay.
Yeah.
She said it was very thin and about 6 feet tall. And to me, that could be somebody in a costume. I wish there was footage of seeing them walk. If we could see them walk, we would be able to tell right away.
Yeah.
Because the one thing a human can't do, Brian, is walk like a Sasquatch if we use the famed Patterson-Gimlin film as the best evidence that we have of them walking.
I agree with that. I mean, I think some of these may be copycats for whatever reason, but it is not unheard of them moving different locations. The problem I have with it is actually the time frames. That's daylight hours. All this stuff is daylight hours. These creatures I've been there. You'll catch them dusk, dawn, late night, cut across a road or something like that. And they're doing that one step, like it's 1 to 2 steps, but they're not going to walk along the roadway during daylight hours. So something is saying to me that there is an event taking place that warrants them to get out fast, kind of like a bug out. But I don't know, the main area or main point of where they are. And then again, it could be that maybe they're getting some kind of message that help is needed south or closer to PA, and they're on the move to do something with another. I don't know.
It's either something going on or this could be the epitome of a big hoax. And I'm hoping it's not the hoax because This is really cool, Brian. This is
super cool. Jody was kind of texting me, and he did a lot of investigation in the 80s in that area.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of original reports from Tribble County. So there are reports of these things in the area, but I'm telling you that just from years of knowing this and seeing this, they don't come out in the day unless something is major. And maybe there's something going on in the forest out in Ohio. Maybe there's poison or some kind of spill. Who knows? And they want to get away from it because it's super dangerous. They don't like coming near humans. They don't want to be near us. We're violent, so, but that potential for someone to get in a Sasquatch suit and walk, just to get a little, their rocks off is right there as well. I'd have to go out to the area and start interviewing people and, I've seen some videos lately. It's the standard Sasquatch costume you buy from a costume supply. It's got that weird, crappy, like plastic head thing, and it's just the face is just not right, and you know, it's just interesting. But yeah, it could be partially a hoax. There are people that see it out there all the time. I know some people in Ohio, and not as east as more go a third into the state. I know people that have family out there that have farms, and they see them all the time. They'll come out. They'll, if they're planting certain foods, they come out and grab them, which is pretty interesting. I'd love that. I need a cabin like that. Actually, there's one in New York that's like that.
Getting to these sightings, and look, I know Bigfoot is sighted during the day. My first sighting with the two creatures 100 feet apart was in the middle of the afternoon, around, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm very okay with, daytime, nighttime. I know they more are nocturnal type creatures, and especially start to get active in the evening. If there was something bugging them, Brian, what could be the story? Would it be another monster? Would it be something natural? Gugways, dogmen?
So I'm going to go with something we did on my show before the end of the year. We did a prediction show. And one of the predictions, when I sat there to get ready for the show to give my predictions, I predicted earthquakes and almost, I don't want to say underground volcanoes, super volcanoes, but there's a large, massive bit of heat or whatever, magma that's underneath, and it's moving in that direction. And I predicted earthquakes in strange areas like in Ohio and New York and Pennsylvania and up by the lakes. And maybe something's brewing and this is taking place. Maybe there is something going on underneath, and they're getting out of the area because, yes, they do have daytime sightings. I mean, these do happen, but depends on the density of the population. It's really dangerous to reveal yourself to individuals that are violent. They have these metal machines they drive, knives, guns, whatever. It's not a safe thing. I mean, I don't know about gugways and all that other stuff. That's becoming bigger. A lot of people are saying they're seeing werewolves, and I think that's a sighting, misidentification for the most part. Because a werewolf is somebody that can transform into it. And I know, I mean, I believe people when they say it, they believe it, they say it, but it doesn't make sense. There's no rhyme or reason behind why would there be werewolves now? It's like somebody's trying to make another market for us, and it's.
I think what people are doing, my friend, is they are actually separating the dogmen from werewolves, because werewolves are a much more sexy monster. It's kind of like going from UFO to UAP or alien to NHI.
So, okay, so the UFO to UAP, that is a narrative, and that's a authority figure trying to control it.
No, I get that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's easier for people. Let me rephrase.
Right.
Okay, so I'm not sounding like an idiot here. Okay. I think maybe it's easier for people to correspond with a werewolf than it is a dogman. Most people have heard of a werewolf.
Right. But yeah, and I understand that and totally got that. When people say, what is a dogman? I always say, have you seen Van Helsing, the movie? And then like, yeah, the werewolves in it? I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like most of the time. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, I still have two people that don't talk to me. It's been 3 years, or something like that. But so I do use the term werewolf. But if you're in the field, you know werewolves are something that transform into, and none of these the jinn will transform into whatever the heck they want. So they'll transform. And then you have others in the indigenous folklore, the Navajo skinwalker. Wendigos, no. Wendigos are another. It's just it's a grotesque bastard demon of the Navajo nation.